Good morning, friend.
Hello, hello. Hello,
How are
hello.
you?
I'm good. How you doing today? How are we getting
Are
that Friday going? It's a long weekend. I forget this 3-day weekend.
you ready for that 3-day weekend?
No, we have a birthday party tomorrow. Actually, I'm not worried about the birthday party tomorrow because Amazon has those birthday party sets. And so
Which are awesome, where you
I've got
just
like a
buy
birthday.
the one set and everything comes in.
Yeah, I've got a birthday party in a box coming tomorrow. And it's my kid and like 3 of his friends and video games for like 4 hours and some cupcakes. And like I never realized, okay, so I think when you split up and you start thinking about like all the things that the other person is going to have to do that you always did that you always did,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Right. So I was thinking because I think birthday parties were kind of along those lines because I never really did those. But then I looked on Amazon and stuff, and I'm like, this is way easier than I thought it was going to be. I mean, maybe if there were more kids, it would be more difficult. But like, I've got decorations coming in the mail today that are going to take like 20 minutes to set up. I've got a room where they're all going to play video games. I've got the Safeway down the street that has the cupcakes. The party set that I bought has cupcake toppers already
So
in
you
them.
used to not do any of it.
Well, I mean, like I did the heavy lifting, like when the stuff came and it was time to set up and stuff, like I did that stuff, but like the organizing the getting the stuff to do the party was never really my job. I was the taskmaster. I just had to go out and get the things. The cake is here, this stuff is here, go get those things, right?
So
And
you
so
did
I've
go
never
get
had to
that's the
collect and
hardest
get the
part is
things.
going to get the things.
Well, then Amazon made it super easy for me because I've got all of my party favor bags coming already made for like $15 and they're video game party bags.
And they have like those cupcake toppers. So all you have to do is get like the inexpensive cupcakes that are already completely decorated and put the little cake toppers right in them. Okay, so I have an idea.
Little Caesars has got my pizzas.
Perfect. Dude, I remember growing up, Little Caesars was a staple at every birthday party I went to. Because it was pizza.
Yes.
You buy one, get one. Yep. Okay.
Yes.
So I sent you this.
So
if your little thing comes with balloons, I sent you this. I think it's a good idea. Did you see the water balloon piñatas?
No, what is that? Oh.
So, and it's a 3-day weekend. It's going to be triple digit weather. And I think this is a cheap, good time for anybody this weekend, even if you're not having a birthday party. But I immediately thought of you because you were saying the other day that you wanted multiple piñatas so you can hit some of your own. You know what I mean? So yeah. I think this would even be fun as an adult. So look, all of these water balloons hanging from the tree, and then the kids come up and hit them, and it just splashes everybody. You can also see at the top that I was up at 2:30 in the morning, that my phone was about to die. But this is what I was doing. I was sending you balloon piñatas. But doesn't that look fun?
That looks really cool. We're probably gonna get a Lou llama.
I think you guys will have fun. Okay, I think you'll have fun. I think he's gonna have a good time. Are you doing okay? Are you okay?
Oh, I'm great. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's been a long week, but I'm good. It's been a really long week, but it's been oh, is he back from Hawaii now?
He's been back for a little bit.
Presents, Victor.
He's been back for a little bit. Okay, so since we have lived here, Joey found a scorpion while he was going to the bathroom. Remember, the scorpion ran between his feet. The bat has been in the house. Yeah. Guess what I killed this morning?
A mountain lion?
A brown recluse, which I'm more scared of than a damn mountain lion.
Hey, real talk. $12 at the Home Depot for that pest spray. You're good.
We pay it with our HOA. I already wrote the HOA president. I told him he needs to have somebody out here today.
Okay.
Because brown recluses, they lay eggs May through July. So between May through July, one brown recluse spider can lay like 50 different little baby bugs, little baby spiders.
This sounds like a woman who researched brown recluse spiders.
Because I wanted to go look it up because it was a big brown spider and I wanted to see, okay, so from May to July, each sack has there's approximately 50 eggs in each sack, and each female produces several egg sacs from May until July.
Tell me more about that sack.
Well, I looked it up to see if it was a brown recluse, because I saw it on the wall and I was like, oh my God, and killed it. And then Joey, who knows everything, but until we moved here, he wouldn't kill animals. Now he kills every spider that comes in his path. But I'm glad I saw it because it was huge. So I already wrote the president of the HOA to have somebody come out.
You know so much about brown recluses right now. I was ready for you to be like, the brown recluse lives under the bed. Its major exports are textiles and cars. Its annual rainfall is 1 inch. And in the summertime, they like to vacation in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Was I a little off? It's not the Bahamas.
They're everywhere.
It's Hawaii.
They disperse geographically. Nobody is safe. It has 3 pairs of eyes. It has 3 pairs of eyes, and it will cannibalize another brown recluse if they can't find food.
I think all spiders have 6 eyes.
3 pairs of eyes, unlike most spiders, it says.
Oh, some have as many as 12 eyes. Most can detect only between light and dark, while others have well-developed vision. However, they're equipped to see. All spiders have highly evolved systems to detect prey and danger. And that's what that brown recluse was doing when you were walking by. It was detecting you as prey.
Oh my goodness. It was literally right on the wall of my bathroom when I went to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it was looking at you like you were a hometown buffet or Golden Corral. I was like, oh.
And it was just there. I'm like, oh my God.
Chocolate fountain.
And Joey was about to go in there and change, but he ended up changing. I had him go change in my room because I had to go to the bathroom, and I'm glad.
Hey, I'm going to leave the studio room real quick and come right back in.
Okay. He's going to leave and come back. Oh my God, look at the mascara eyes, you guys. He's going to leave and come back. There is a little bit of a delay, so I wonder if that's why he's leaving and coming back in. Yeah, Wendy, I did my homework because I looked it up, and they said that they get it confused with the wolf spider a lot. So I wanted to see what it was, and then Joey and I went back in and looked at it, and he's saying it's a brown recluse too.
Spiders are a grayish brownish color, and that's just completely brown.
Okay, thank you, buddy. Joey says it's because a wolf spider is grayish brown, and this one's all brown. Was there a delay for you?
Yeah, there was a really bad one.
Okay. I thought so when we were doing it too, but I was just kind of going with it. This is way better.
There'd be times where I'd say something, and then your mouth would be like, and then you could hear the delay, and that you hear what I would say, so your mouth would go.
Yeah.
Because
so
on
I wrote
my end, it was super slow.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah, the HOA guy, when I wrote him about the scorpions, he had somebody out here right away. And that's why they want me part of the HOAs, because I'm the only homeowner who lives here. Most of them are rented, or they just come vacay here.
So you need to use this to your advantage then. If they really want you because you're a homeowner and you live there, they need to pay you.
Yes. Like what? Like, do I get money off of my HOA? Like, what do I get? Yeah. Because my HOA is super expensive.
Do you know anybody who won't do things unless they're getting paid, even though it's not something you should be getting paid for? Like I played a lot of softball, and there are some softball players in this area who will not play on a team unless you pay for them to play.
I think we've discussed, like, I have done a lot of those keynote speaking events for like women's things. And there's been a few times that those ladies will send a bill when they're done empowering women. And the place would be like, no, you were doing this to help, the children,
right,
or whatever. And it's happened. It's happened for people I know where I'm embarrassed. Like, I'm sorry that I'm associated with this person.
Do you want to hear an Ian jerk moment?
Yeah.
And Ian among the people could have done it for free, but I was a jerk about it.
Yeah.
This was 20 years ago. The only reason I'm telling this story is because I was 22 when this happened. Okay.
And that's not who you are now, because I remember
Right.
I hooked you up with my pediatrician and one of our friends to go host something at their school, and you refused to let them pay you, so they like slipped you money on the way out.
Yeah. Okay. So 22-year-old Ian was broke. I mean, broke, right? So this school in Modesto, and I can't remember what school it was, asked if I would come and do a musical chairs and play some music during their 2 lunches. And I was like, yeah, that would be fine. And they were like, and we can pay you if you would like. The standard fee that we've usually paid people is $100. And I was like, yeah, that'll work. Right. So I go to do this thing at the school, and it wasn't much. Like I had like a CD player and a speaker system, and I did like musical chairs. Otherwise, I just played music, and the kids were kind of like, what's he doing here anyway? Right? So the whole thing gets over with, and then the girl from the school newspaper comes up and wants to do like a little school interview with me, a school newspaper interview with me. And I'm like, that's fine, I'm still pretty unpolished. I'm only 22, and at 22, I was a wreck anyway. So the whole thing is over with. And then I just sort of go and stand and linger by the teacher. She's like, well, thank you so much for coming out. And I'm like, yeah, thank you for having me. I sort of stood and looked at her.
Where's my $100?
And she goes, if you want to follow me to the classroom, I can cut you a check. It's like, yeah, that'll work. So I follow her to the classroom. She has to get out of this, like, she has like this huge checkbook in this cabinet, like way up on the top shelf. So she has to like get up on a stool to get this thing out, right?
So she was kind of hoping that because I bet you years past, they would always go, no, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you get somebody who's a little more like, and the thing is, for stuff like that, and I hate to say this, but sometimes it's situations like that, for stuff like that, they'll come and they'll ask, hey, can you send somebody? And the people that would go would be like, well, I don't want to go. And so they would send a guy like me who did overnights,
Oh, every time it's Read Across America for the Dr. Seuss, I go to my friend's school and I read to her class. Next time on the way out, I'm gonna be like, "Are you gonna cut me a check for reading?"
Right. I know.
To a bunch of 4th graders.
So I'm 21 or 22. No, I'm 22, and I'm feeling terrible now that this woman is writing me a check. But also,
it's $100, and you're 22, and you're in radio,
yeah. And I'm making like $9 an hour.
Yeah.
So I felt like garbage walking away with this check.
My first radio gig, I made $18,000 a year. And I remember my brother calling and going, that's poverty. How are they even allowed to do that?
You know how I know that you got screwed on that?
How do you know?
Because I think you got my salary when I left, because I left before you were full-time.
See, the guy's position that I took, he told me that's how much he was making too.
Because you took Rico's position, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I left, the salaries, and this was 2004, the salaries were right around between 18 and 23,000 a year. Like less than $2,000.
Because I remember when I was applying for his job, I asked him about the money, and he said it's 18, and I assumed $1,800 a month, which is also not good money when you're living in.
That's only $3,600 more than you were actually making a year.
Yes. And I was like, maybe I can do that. I lived in a studio apartment that was like $550, not a big deal. Right. And then when I went in there and they offered me the job and it was $18,000, I took it because I wanted it so bad. But
right.
Oh my God.
For the record, if any bosses are listening, this was a different company, a different time. This is a whole different thing.
Oh, and I could have had another job. I worked nights,
Right. And that's the thing. Like any one of us could have went out and got a different job at any time. Yeah, but
I don't think we're bashing him. This was like 2002.
Yeah.
No, it was a whole different time. It's a whole different. But people in radio don't make as much. I think people know now that people in radio don't make as much money unless they're like a big deal. Which I'm not going to say who, but there's somebody in the industry that I'm a big fan of. Did you get my message yesterday?
Yes. Strong flex.
There's someone in the industry that I am a huge fan of, and I can't say who because they're not with us. They're not with our company. And he called me yesterday.
Why did he call you?
My ex-husband was on the phone with him, and he knows I'm a huge, huge fan. So my ex-husband asked him to call me, right? So I'm leaving yesterday. I'm in the middle of something, and it's Joe. So I put him to voicemail. It's Joe. And I write him back, and I said, I'll be in the car in 5 minutes. I'll call you back. And he said, don't worry about it. Just check your voicemail. And I'm like, check. And I remember the night before he told me that he was going to be conversing with this person.
Oh, so you even knew ahead of time.
Yes. But Joe and I had a very serious family conversation. So I'd forgotten the other stuff. So I listen to my voicemail and I'm like, I am dying. I sent the person to voicemail. I'm dying.
Oh, man.
And I called my ex-husband right back. I go, are you still on the phone with him? He's like, you had your chance. He answered my calls. And I'm like, oh my God. I said, now I'm glad I have a voicemail because otherwise it would have been a big fish story if I would have told my friends that I got to talk to them.
Yeah, now you have it forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, back up your phones, kids, because I've lost 2 phones now over the last 4 years that I never backed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have anything that big on it, but I lost a whole bunch of pictures.
Oh, yeah, I need to back it up so I keep like I had a photo with me and Will Ferrell that I had to go dig out because it was on a phone and I didn't pull it off. And
yeah, back your phones up, kids, says the guy who never backs his phone up.
Yeah, and I still haven't been able to find another photo of me with Vince Vaughn that you took. Remember when we ran into Vince Vaughn in Vegas?
Yes, yeah, and we took that. We took that picture on one of those cameras that was like this big, that had like a view screen like this big, and everything saved on a 3.5 megabyte disc. It was like on a floppy disk. like this camera takes pictures at 5 megapixels. Right now our iPhone 12's like, this camera takes pictures of the pore that's inside the pore that's inside your pore.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
Ew.
My girlfriend took a camera with us when we ran up to Ironstone the other day to take pictures of like the roses and stuff. And she got like my back or something while I was on the phone with you guys. And I'm all, never show me this photo again. Knock a beer out of my hand next time I want one.
It
shows every part of you, every little wrinkle.
My friend has a really nice camera, and I never invested money in a really nice camera. I wanted to. The last couple of years I was talking about it, but we never pulled the trigger because they just cost so much money, you know?
Yeah.
But my friend has one, a really nice one, and she brought it around, and like I was like afraid to touch it, you know, because a phone is like $1,200 now for a brand new one. It's like a $2,000 camera, you know, because she does like the band stuff and all this. So she needs something a little high quality. She brought it over. She's like, hey, you know, because you said you had your green screen, you're just doing stuff like this. This is a really nice camera. And I'm like, yeah, but that's too nice. I want to do some really cool stuff. I'm afraid to use really nice equipment like that. So no.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in debt to you.
I have a really nice camera, and the viewfinder like flips backwards so that you could do your own videos and stuff on it. And I never
You have
use
like a legit YouTube camera, don't you? Like a legit YouTuber? Yeah.
And I don't use it. Joe uses it more than I do. The YouTube camera that mommy has.
Where is it?
I think it's I don't think we've even unpacked it since we've moved here, bub.
I really want to use it again.
Yeah. We have some big family stuff coming up, but we'll probably talk about that a little bit more next week.
That camera is almost 3 or 4 years old. So I mean it's been outdated for about 3 decades now.
Yeah, it's old now.
I know. Because remember when front facing was awful? Like if you did a front facing picture, it was that grainy, like, I only want to do front facing if I have to. And now a front facing camera on your iPhone is almost better than a studio camera in Hollywood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so good. Right.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we are out of here. We will see you at happy 3-day weekend. Get your AC tuned up. It's going to be triple-digit weather. Call Honey's Air and Solar. They'll come out there and get it done.
Also, just before 8 o'clock, listen up for Fallout Boy before 8 o'clock, be caller number 9, Hella Mega Tour tickets. And after 8 o'clock, Cruella is at the series Cruise In, and we've got your carload passes for 3 nights.
I'm surprised my ex-husband hasn't hit me up for tickets for that Hella Mega Tour yet with Weezer on it.
Oh, that's right. Well, I'm surprised he didn't hit you up for Cruella tickets.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think he's a bigger Disney.
Yeah, he is in town this weekend. I should ask him actually if he wants on that. Yeah. And his girlfriend's in town too with her kids. I should ask him actually if he wants to go to that.
Yeah.
All right. We will see you guys at 8 o'clock.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Go! Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to find someone to clean out all those spiders and scorpions in the house. Oh my gosh. I'm glad Nina has been staying away from all the spiders.
All right, Layla, let's go.
I'm surprised. Hey, do you want me to tell Layla the story?
No, we need to get the exterminator out here.
Okay. Tony.
We do have a net right there, so you need to take that other fish out.
We're not. Oh no. Yeah, it's dead now.
Yeah, he was beating it up this morning. You didn't see him? Oh, we're still live. Thank you. Thank you. Did I have any cuss words? Layla, let's go. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. We were talking about one of Joey's fish killed one of the other fish, and he has to get it out.
But not right now.
All right. I didn't cuss. Thank you, Allie. Bye, you guys. We'll see you at 8.